Summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your skies. I'm caught in your eyes. Don't you know you stop the room, and all that I can see is you. I'm standing where the lightning strikes. I know this doesn't happen twice. You must be my once in a lifetime, in a lifetime. You must be my once in a lifetime. There's so much that I have told you, but it's all in my head. Ask me anything you want to, 'cause the answer is yes. I'll spend my whole life just being
I
caught
just want to thank my
up in
aunt
your
for all the many years of the family values that she has taught me and my brother and my children. And she is a true meaning of Soul Food Sundays. Because when we went up there on Sunday, it was just laid out just like the movie practically. So I just want to tell you that we love you from the bottom of our heart, and we appreciate you, and we hope you see many, many more years, and happy birthday, and we love you again.
First of all, we'd just like to thank God for just being here. And it's not every day that we see the big 9-0. I often think about my mom when we lost her. She was 92. I was 8 and I thought that was okay with me, but when you talk about 90, boy, that's a blessing within itself. And you still have your right conception of your mind. And it was kind of ironic when I saw it. She said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm visiting." I didn't want to let her know that we were celebrating her birthday. Of course, I want to thank my brother here he have to apologize because I'm not feeling too well. But I just want to say happy birthday, and may God continue to bless you with many more. And the most of all, we need to show that support by the disciples that we are of God, that we love one another as He loved us. Again, happy birthday to you.
Hello to all, and especially you, Aunt Catherine. You know who I am. I'm Roy Watley Sr., my wife Veronica. I married an Anderson, so that's a good thing. Aunt Catherine, the Bible tells us in Psalms 90, talks about 70 years and 10. 10 more makes 70, 10 makes 80, and then 10 more makes 90. So I'm thankful that God didn't stop there. You are 90 years old. That's a blessing in itself. I pray that all of us, especially our younger ones, reach that tenure. So enjoy your day, and just know that God is still there on the throne, still give you the strength to just you walked in by yourself.
Amen.
That's a blessing, and I pray that when I reach that age, if the Lord leads me around here, that I'm able to demonstrate the strength that you have now. So God bless you with many more years, and we love you. And can I ask for one thing? Some tea cakes.
Happy birthday. I'm just so happy to be a part of this day, and so thankful that God has blessed you to reach this day. And I just want to say you're just one of the sweetest people I've ever known in my life. And I remember when Cheryl first put me in front of the microphone, and you told me, you said, "Sing for your supper." So when I got through singing, I said, "Do I get to eat?" She said, "Yes, ma'am." So thank you for your encouragement. Thank you just for being you. I love you. Happy birthday.
Catherine, was married to my brother, and she's still my sister-in-law.
Amen.
And we get on the phone, and you can never be in a hurry. You gotta have some time to talk, because I don't care what you call for, what you start out talking about. We're gonna discuss that Bible, and we're gonna talk verse, chapter. We're gonna get it all, and then she takes y'all to California. And then she tells me how well they are doing in the church. But she's just a jewel. She's the same now as she's always been. She's a good person. And I just love her.
I want to thank you for taking care of us. I remember when we were young, coming over to the house. You give us the spread on Sundays and Saturdays, and we had a really good time. And so you kind of helped us come to the neighborhood and, you know, be citizens of Como. So we appreciate that so much. And I speak for myself, and I don't know if my brother Mark and baby Chris. Thank you so much, Sister Nancy.
I'd like to talk a little bit about my mother. Some things you all, I'm sure you know, and some things you don't, and I wanted it to be known since she's 90 years old while she's still with us. My mother is a daughter, I think, of 13 children, and she's the youngest girl. My mother is the kind of person that would send kids all the way from Illinois to come here to get their shots for school. My mother's the kind of mother that when my brother called her and said, "Oh, Texas OU is playing next week, we'd like to bring the football team, the cheerleaders, and the cheerleaders to the house for dinner," my mother gathered the neighbors together, cooked dinner for the football team, the cheerleaders, and the cheerleaders, and all the way up and down Humbert and back on each side, people were eating in the house, living room, dining room, probably the bathroom, the yard, and the street, on top of the cars, in the cars. That's the kind of mother that she is. My mother's the kind of mother that made me queen of Como School 2 years in a row, raising money to help the school. She's the kind of mother that when I was in school, Weldon Meeks and Cheryl Anderson were the first two children before integration that went to summer school for gifted students. My mother's the kind of mother that when there was a PTA meeting, she was the first one there. She fixed hot dogs we had a football game. She fixed hot dogs, chili dogs, hamburgers. And one time, I had a birthday party, it was over 100 people there. And how I know, because the neighbors helped her cook when they counted each burger, and our whole house was filled with students. She's the woman that cooked for Southwestern Christian College for many years, sent food down, raised money for Southwestern years and years. She's the kind of woman that for the Crusade for Christ we're getting ready to have, year after year after year, she raised funds to help support the crusade. She's the kind of person that whatever's going on, to help with the children, whatever, she was there. In fact, she was our youth counselor for years and years before I was even old enough to think about the National Youth Conference. She was there helping, she was out there washing cars with them. She gathered them together. We had plays, all kinds of things going on. And when my turn came, she was there for us too. And my kind of mother is the mother who took people in our home. You know, I want the world to know this. Out of all the things that we were able to do that our parents afforded us, it's two things that really touched me. And one was my father would always allow my mother to take care of people in our home. People died in our home. People were going home from the house to the hospital and passed away from our home. Her nieces and nephews would come down. She helped raise so many of them. So many of them lived in our house. She helped send them to school. She helped kids all kinds of ways. A lot of people don't know that. But today I want the world to know my mom is some kind of woman. Just want to say thank you, Mother, for all that you've done, all that you will do. She had a phone call the other day. She had two nephews called. One used to live with her as a little boy. She hadn't heard from them in like 35 years. And they both called her back to back the other day just to say happy birthday. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. First of all, happy birthday, Aunt Catherine. She's actually my cousin, but happy birthday, Aunt Catherine. Now, for those of you that know me, I love to read. I'd rather read than eat. And one of my favorite poets is Langston Hughes. And he has a poem entitled Mother to Son. But I'm going to put a little twist on this. The ladies, I know this is Aunt Catherine's big day, but all of these ladies are phenomenal Christian women. And they have played a part in many of our lives. I know when I see them, I see my mother and the values that she instilled in us. So I'm gonna put a twist on this. Aunt Catherine to her children. Well, children, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time, eyes have been a-climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark, where there ain't been no light. So children, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you finds it kinda hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going, children. I still a-climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. But I know her foundation. She's a Willis, she's an Anderson, and she's a child of God. Amen. And all of these women have set the pattern for her children, women and men, to follow. Happy birthday, you are loved.
Hello, my name is Marcus. I'm married to Demetra Cumby, kin to C.A. Allen. Amen. And Mary Alice. I came to this family and not knowing what to expect, but I came into the house not knowing what to expect with the family. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen because C.A. took me for a ride and told me he loved his niece, so I'm like, okay, is that the way it's gonna start? It's gonna be a bad ride. He warned me in so many terms, I love my baby. And through the years, meeting family, I knew that there was a lot of love until I met Aunt Catherine. There was a difference. She welcomed me and my wife and family into her home and taught us many different things, but one thing I learned is that she loved to garden. She loved gardening, and one day I left church and she said, I want to plant my garden, but I can't. I can't plant my garden because won't nobody till it. I'm like, if you got a tiller, I'll till it. So I changed my shoes, had on slacks and shirts, and tilled up this whole backyard. And she was so thankful, and I'm like, she began to cook things she would plant in this garden and say, this is what you did. But I knew I'd done a good thing, and I'm glad I did it, because that man still remains jealous because I tilled up that backyard. He said, you till my mama yard and she won't quit talking about it. So I'm thankful that that happened. And I'm thankful for you. And we love you and for everything you've done and shown us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Aunt Catherine, what can I say? You taught me that it was okay for me to be me. You taught me that it was okay for the women in my family, for myself, for Carol, for Dietrich, for my daughter Bianca, for Camille, for all of us to be strong Black women.
My God.
You taught us that it was okay for us to square our shoulders back and hold our head up high. All right. When I first shaved my head, I thought about you. I have alopecia, and the older that I get, everything begins to
Talk, girl, talk.
And I thought about how strong you were. I thought about how strong Aunt Mary Alice is. I thought about how strong all the women in our family are. I cried for 10 minutes when I shaved that little patch of hair off. But guess what? I am beautiful and I am wonderful. And you taught me to be okay in my own skin.
You're right.
And for that, I thank you and I thank God. I love you.
Hey, Catherine. I just like to tell everyone that Aunt Catherine was always a very strong woman. She's a woman. She's made me the woman that I am today, taking care of my kids, down to my kids, taking care of other kids that are always around me. And I just want to thank you for being Aunt Catherine, even down to being a grandmother, not just being Aunt Catherine.
Amen.
I love you. I had to come. I was at a wedding. I had to come. Just so you know I'm here. I'm going to have to leave shortly because I have to go back to the reception. But I just want to let you know that I love you. And happy birthday.
Amen.
See, isn't that wonderful? That's my kind of day there. Get 2 plates in one afternoon. Maybe not her, but that's what I would do. Amen.
I'm a big student of history, like Pat loves to read and stuff. And I like old photographs that, you know, my ancestors and great-grandfathers and people I didn't get a chance to know. So when I take a lot of pictures, a lot of times, you know, it don't seem like much to some people right now, but y'all kids are gonna see these pictures. And, you know, it's okay to take a portrait because, you know, and I say, we know what you look like, but I want to take pictures that so we can see who you are. Because when I look at the old Langston Hughes pictures, I looked at the Harlem Renaissance, and you know, look at Malcolm and Martin and stuff, and I see them talking in debates or how they look at somebody. So when I take these pictures, you know, and I'm looking at a photograph right here, y'all. This is a heck of a photograph. I mean, now this is just me. This ain't the thoughts of not the thoughts that represent Richmond Avenue or the family. They're just mine personally. But that's Lake Como Church of Christ there, man, in its infancy, back about 50, 70 years ago. It's a strong church in the brotherhood, and you know that gray hair ain't always been gray. You know, and they had a lot of children, so they were looking good to somebody. You know, and. You know, they had, but even as good as they looked back in the day and all that stuff, they were so strong in the Lord that they produced children that followed along in the footsteps. And I had the pleasure this couple of weekends ago to be at the Texas Women Empowerment Group. And amongst all the women, the Lake Como leadership was right there. About 4 or 5 of those women were right there. And you know, the legacy of Lake Como was so strong, and in a lot of churches throughout America is because our women, you know, our men are out there, but you know, we got women like Sister Norris. You hear all that knocking back there? She back there chipping away at some ice and stuff. She been raking around at the cake and stuff. So when we see Victor up here, you know, he didn't just get up here on his own. His wife is strong in the Lord too. Amen. And see that woman right there, second one down? Mama put that in her, man. And so when I look at you guys, I am just, you know, I just want all of y'all to get the credit, because Sister Catherine, I know you've always been, I used to hear about you before I knew about you. So now that you're down there worshiping, when I go by the senior citizens, I get to go by there and I see all my Church of Christ. This is a little Church of Christ group in there, you know, and I get to come in there and check on them and stuff. And I feel good I get to do that. And hopefully one day I get to be in that center. And we all get to be in that center with Norman and Greg and Victor. We be in there, and you know, some of y'all's children come and see about us. So Sister Catherine, this is a special day because you guys are some phenomenal women. You ready, Victor? You ready, Victor? Okay, I'm done, man. I'm out.
She has relatives in California, had at that time, and I did too. And she ran it all the way back down, like running down a pipeline, the genealogy. Us being relatives, and so ever since then, and I knew she knew what she was talking about, because we got one in common that's dead and gone, and she called her name. Like one day I showed a picture to Brother Johnny Norris, God rest his soul, and I did not have to ask him. All I asked him was, did he recognize his people, and he called them by name, the same name that she called me. So he knew who they were. And we have millennial children in the family that want to know what language did they speak, because they are Indian descent, and they want to know what language did they speak and why they left the South. I called them home, I know, but anyway, she was very encouraging. She's always been, especially when it comes to singing group. She She's always supported us, made tea cakes for us and stuff. So I'm like Brother Watley, you're on the line again. You got to make one more back. One more back.
Amen.
I just want to say from the Smith family, it's just really an honor to be here. And the Collins family and the Smith family goes way back to East Texas. So we knew that family back when they were in East Texas. And so with Catherine, when she moved up here and married into the Anderson family, and then had with her children, she had a house full of children. Like Greg said, they were there. Anna Pearl's children were there. The neighborhood children were there. And we just want to thank Catherine for the legacy that she has given for taking care of so many children. And Catherine, you will always be remembered. You may not hear the words, but they're echoed throughout Fort Worth for the care that you have given. And one poet was, in a poem said something like, all of the things that she would like to leave her children, she didn't have money, but she would like to leave them her heritage. You have a rich heritage. Your family has a lot to look up to for the things that you have done and for the lessons that you have taught. And that's worth more than any money that you could ever give them. And so that even though they may not state it, they will carry that in their hearts forever. And I just want to say thank you for being the example of a strong lady and leading children in the right direction. Now, young people, we need more middle-aged people now to pick up her role and take our young children now to where they need to go. We're losing too many of our young children, and so we're going to have to do like Catherine. When we see them, we're going to have to pull them closer to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm going to set up like I'm going to do a big mighty speech here. I just want to say to Catherine, thank you so much for being such a mentor to my boys. They just love you, and they always talk about you and think of you. And you know, they were always with Lichelle and had a really wonderful time during the time that they were together. And we're just so delighted to have you at West Vickery. You're just a blessing for us there. And I do wish you many more birthdays if God grants you that. But for your 90th, happy birthday.
I want to say to Catherine, we really appreciate you for all that you did for our kids. Because on Sundays, when we would go to church, they would all say, we're going up to Aunt Catherine's. And so we know that you had them, you fed them, and we appreciate all the things that you did for our children every Sunday after church.
But Daddy and Cousin Catherine were inseparable. Yes, Lord. And the telephones can finally get some rest. They talked and talked and talked and talked some more. And the thing about it was, I don't think either one of them was in a hurry for the other to hang up. And I think they would even nod a little bit. I know Daddy would. And then jump right back into the conversation. They, along with Cousin Aola, and we have to put Loberta in there. Yes, Lord. They know every relative. But not just every relative. They know who every relative's mom and daddy is. Not just that, but they know every set of relatives. Now you can think about that later on. They know, but it wasn't just knowing, they loved each relative. And Aunt Catherine loves everybody here. And I know she loved Daddy and Mama, and Daddy loved you. As soon as when Daddy and Mama moved to Big Sandy 18 years ago, every time he would come up, when he was still driving, if the car was gone, I knew where he was. He was either at a cousin Aola's house, or he was in Lake Como at cousin Catherine. And then when he stopped driving, and I was privileged to drive him around, or Lee or whoever, I didn't ask, I knew where we were going. We were going to Como, and we were gonna sit, and I guess he would have called ahead, but most of the time he didn't, and she would bring him something he didn't need, which was some pound cake or tea cakes, and being the sacrificial son that I was, the sacrificial son, I would eat it because Daddy didn't need to eat it. And so, but I just want to say, I'll say that again. Thank you. It was purely sacrifice, but we love you. Mama loves you. Daddy loves you. And we're just thankful that you have been blessed to see 90 years. Isn't that wonderful? Amen. All right, Lisa.
But I just want to say, Granny, I love you. Came down from Houston to see you. I know I haven't seen you in a minute. But hey, December 13th, we out, girl. We out. Tell me to get that education, and that's definitely what I'm doing. Definitely for you. But just want to let you know, for me and my brothers, we love you. You're just wonderful. You're gold. And I love you. You have something for me and my brothers. It's over there. See you later.
Amen.
My name is Barbara Alexander. I'm Aunt Catherine's favorite niece. And I just think it's such a great honor to be able to witness someone at her age. And I'm so proud to be here, and I know I represent my family also. And I love you so much, Aunt Catherine. And you know, when you get older, you think about your older your parents and your aunts and uncles. You think about them a little bit more, and you tend to think, I want to be that way. You want to go in that direction. You want to live that long. So I just pray that I do live that long, and God bless me to live that long. And God blessed you, and we're blessed because of you. So we thank God for that. And I just want to thank you for supporting Sincerity. I think Brother Norris may have mentioned that, but you've always supported us, no matter how we sound. And you always cooked for us after homecomings, and we appreciate that too. So thank you so much for being you. God bless.
What can you say? I love you. We all love you. And whenever Cheryl and them say, let's do this for Cousin Catherine, we're going to do that. Cousin Catherine, ever since I've met you, when I married into the family, Victor's father, we got to go see Cousin Catherine. And then he come back with a bunch of food. And I said, who is this Cousin Catherine? I got to see who was making all this good food.
Amen.
So I finally got to meet you, and I'm telling you, it's been a pleasure. You are an encouragement to any young person in the church, especially a young lady in the church, because you let nothing stop you. You dress to the hilt. Every time I see you, you are perfectly dressed. You are a smile on your face. Even if you don't feel good, you have a smile on your face. Like Barbara said, you encourage our singing group, you fix food for us. There is no way they say, do something for Cousin Catherine, I wouldn't do it. I know that you were one of my father-in-law's favorite cousins. I know that for a fact. So I just want you to know that Richmond Avenue loves you. I love you. And God bless you for many, many more years. Love you.
You know, it's interesting that this is the first time that I've laid eyes on you. He talks about you 84 hours a day. Today is the first time I laid eyes. I had to step away from him, and then I had to come back. And I asked my wife, where's his mom? She said, she's sitting right there. I said, no, the one that's 90. because there's no way that is his mom, sister, I'll get with that, cousin, something like that. But no way that it's mom. Even though today is the very first time that I met you, there is something that I do know. That if I go to a tree and the tree has apples on it, I know that the seed was an apple seed. I know. If I go to a tree and I pull out an orange, especially if that orange is good, I know that's a good orange tree. I know what kind of seed that it took to be able to make the seed. I've never met you before, but I have met your fruit. And your fruit is phenomenal. So I know for a fact that the seed had to be something off the chain. So we're going to pause for a moment. We're going to stand up and give you an applaud like you've never heard in your life, because we want to thank God for the seed. Thank you so much. Y'all do this for me first. I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life, a beautiful place of nations fair and skies ever bright, where all who obey the Savior dear forever shall stay. And having been saved by grace divine, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray. Yes, singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way. The glorious news I tell and sing, and onward I go. That those who are still astray in sin, my Savior may know. I want them to sing His praise above some beautiful day. For glory to Him who died for me, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. And Jesus the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray. Yes, singing His praises all day long. I'm going that way.
That was the first song that my mother sang to me. And 56 years later, I still remember it. I'm emotional because of what Pastor Washington said, and I feel that he always knows what to say. And he knows my mom through me. Now, everybody in here that has ate my mama's cookies, raise your hand. That's everybody. Everybody. Everybody in there that done had my mama's tea cakes, raise your hand. Everybody. No, you didn't have none.
So the next batch.
No, the kitchen is closed. Kitchen closed. Mother went into retirement. Yeah, sorry. She went. We can't get no tea cakes.
Jordan came outside.
My mother is my queen. And I'm loud, I'm crazy. But y'all know y'all ain't gonna do nothing to my mama. That she is the dearest, sweetest, most precious woman that I know. Mother, you have set the precedent for what being a woman should be. And even after the death of my dad and after the death of you still put into me what being a dad, what being a son, what being a father, what being a man should be. And I thank God for you and Daddy that y'all took the time. Y'all stayed at home and raised your kids. Somebody talk to me. You know, nowadays, everybody's doing everything and the kids are doing all kind of stuff. But y'all took the time at this table. Ain't Ruby, ain't Pearl, ain't Reed, ain't Norma, ain't Georgia, Mary. All of y'all took the time to take care of everybody. It was no Catherine's kids, Pearl's kids, it wasn't Norma's kids, it wasn't that. Everybody was everybody's children. And Greg and Mark and Chris and me and Ernie and all of us, we come to the house and we messed up, we got our butt whooped there. And then the phone call would come, James Georgia, look, these boys up here doing so. So I said that to say this, Mother. 90 years is a long time to gain knowledge. 90 years, and let me tell y'all something about my mama, and I'm finna go. 90 years, and my mama can still tell you what happened way back yesterday. Now, she may not can tell you what happened yesterday, but she can tell you what happened way back yonder. She can give you book, chapter, and verse. Victor said it, Lee said it, her and Johnny Norris would run y'all cities. They would get on my nerves. They not lying. Johnny would come out to the house, I'd leave, I'd come back, Johnny was still at the house. And it better not be no sweet potato pie. Cause him and this one on the end can hurt a sweet potato pie. And Mary and Johnny would sit at the table and they just whittle away at that pie and talk, and whittle away at the pie and talk, and whittle. By the time you get back to people like this, the pie. She loved her people. She loves children. She still loves children. All these grandkids in here, they may not be biological grandkids, but she done raised everybody pretty much at this table over here. Pretty much. Mother, I love you. I hope this is a representation of how everybody else feels about you. I hope I can do it again in 90 more years. I'll be on the walker. But I'm come on in here and we're gonna have 90 more years of you. Thank you for everything you've given. Thank you for everything you represent. And last thing, can't nobody wear no hat like my mama. Can't nobody wear no hat like my mama. And she loves to dress still to this day.
She gets up, she puts on her face, yes she does. 9 years old, put on her earballs. Her lip rouge. Fixes her hair and she goes to the center. I love you, mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you've done. I love you and can't nobody do nothing back. So, Sincerity is going to come and sing, and these are your instructions after they sing, okay? We're going to feed the head table first, the birthday girl and the head table. We're going to start at this table back here behind Lee. This back table. You're going to go through the line and make your way back to the seat. Raise your hand, Gwen. So Gwen's table going to go first when we finish, and then we're going to go this way, and then Lee's table, Norma Jean, that table, and this table. And you're going to go through the window and you're going to get your food and you're going to come back. We're going to do photo ops after kind of everybody eats. We want to get pictures of everybody with mother, probably in front of her banner. We want to open her gifts, and then we're going to go home. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank everybody for coming. Thank y'all for taking the time. I apologize for the change of venue at the last minute, but I figured y'all didn't want to come sit in my church with no air. Now, I could have went and got some industrial fans to blow that hot air in there if y'all wanted. So, put your hands together for Brother Victor Norris, who in the 11th hour opened up his church and said, yes, come on. My cousin, I love him. I see Coyle. I know Coyle got something to say. So I ain't the last one. This is the grandson/nephew. This is the oldest of the grandkids of mothers. You know, she raised everybody. So this is the elder. So put your hands together for Brother Coyle Allen, and then Sincerity will come and render their selections.
How's everybody doing today? Victor asked me that I want to say something, and I said, no, I'll just go and tell Aunt Catherine, you know, herself. But as I see Lee's talking, so I got to talk now. So, Aunt Catherine, we just want to tell you, we love you. You have been the matriarch of this family, and we just appreciate you so very much. Lee got to talking about tea cakes, but he forgot pecan pies. So can't nobody make a pecan pie like Aunt Catherine. I know it. So we just want to tell you happy birthday to you. We love you, and I'm not going to prolong this any longer because I know everybody want to eat and do their thing and go home. But we just want to say we love you and we appreciate you so very much.
Hold on, it will be alright. Joy comes in the morning light. You gotta be strong. Hold on, just dry your eyes. I know that it will be alright. It will be alright. Hold on, it will be alright. Joy comes in the morning light. Be strong, just dry your eyes. I know that it will be alright. It will be alright. There's sometimes when I wanted to cry. There's sometimes when I want to ask why. Oh Lord, God's unchanging hand. I guarantee He'll be there on time. Hold on, it will be alright. Joy comes in the morning light. Gotta be strong, just dry your eyes. I know that it will be alright. It will be alright. There's some times when I wanted to
Don't you worry, it will be alright. Joy comes in the morning light.
Gotta be strong.
Hold on, just dry your eyes.
Know that
it will be alright. It will be alright. Hold on, it will be alright.
Joy comes
In the morning light.
Gotta be strong.
Hold on, just dry your eyes.
Know that
It will be alright. It will be alright. It will be alright. It will be
Troublesome times, filling Miss hearts with ease, freedoms we all so deep. Now is this day, humbly your heart, freeze from that jesting road, lead the way. Pilgrims roll, Christians away.
Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will surely sound. All our dead shall rise. The righteous in the skies. Going where no one dies. Ooh, heavenward bound.
Troubles will soon be over. Happy forevermore when we meet on that shore, free from all cares, rising up in the skies, telling this world goodbye. Humbly we then shall fly, glory to share.
Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will surely sound. All our dead shall rise. Righteous in the skies. Going where no one dies. Ooh, heavenward bound. Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night or noon.
I just want to thank everybody for all the things that they done for me for my birthday. It makes me want to live 90 more years because I feel like that I have taught and guided so many people to Christ.
summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your skies. I'm caught in your eyes. Don't you know you stop the room, and all that I can see is you. I'm standing where the lightning strikes. I know this doesn't happen twice. You must be my once